The most marketable player in the world has moved to a new location. Known for his amazing capabilities, Kylian Mbappé can do it all by dribbling and scoring goals. He made his ideal professional move at the age of 25. How good is he, though? During a historic year for France, Kylian Mbappé was born in Bondy. It was the year France won the World Cup for the first time at home. From an early age, it was inevitable that Mbappé would be drawn to sportsy. His mother, Faisal Amari, used to play handball, and his father, Wilfried, was a professional football player who is now a coach. In football, even his half-brother was already improving. Mbappe's path started in Bondy, where his father taught him how to coach. Setting the basis for his incredible career, Mbappé succeeded fast and was accepted into the elite Clairefontaine Academy, which is the French equivalent of becoming pro. The academy, which is exclusive to the best, has a history of turning out exceptional players like Nicolas Anelka and Thierry Henry. Real Madrid was the first to show interest in Mbappé after he graduated from Clairefontaine, since they had heard about his exceptional talent early on. Mbappé met his idol, Cristiano Ronaldo, after playing with the club's young teams during a trial in Spain, and they took a famous picture. In a stunning turn of events, he then traveled to England for a tryout with Chelsea's under-14 team, demonstrating his developing skill on a global scale. Mbappé was passed over by Chelsea because they didn't think he was ready for their rank. Mbappé persisted in his unrelenting quest for greatness despite the setback. When he signed his first professional deal with Monaco in 2014, his efforts had paid off. Unquestionably talented, Mbappé advanced through the ranks quickly. By October 2015, he was already establishing himself as one of football's most promising young players, making his debut for Monaco. At just 16 years and 347 days, he broke Thierry Henry's record to become the youngest player ever to feature for the club, far from being just hype. Mbappe's talent shone through that season. By February 2016, it was clear that Monaco had a future superstar on their hands, leading to a contract renewal in March. The 2-0-1 to 6-1 to 7 season was a revelation. Mbappé dazzled with 42 appearances, 28 goals, and 17 assists, solidifying his place as one of the game's most exciting young talents at just 17. Mbappe's breakthrough season was nothing short of extraordinary. His 15 goals and 11 assists were pivotal in helping Monaco secure the league title and catch PSG off guard. In the Champions League, he made headlines by scoring against Manchester City, Borussia Dortmund, and Juventus, propelling Monaco to their first semi-final appearance since 2004. On the international stage, Mbappé was also making waves. He scored 5 goals in the U19 Euros, and by 2017 he had already debuted for Les Bleus. As summer approached, he was primed for the next chapter of his career with PSG. Transfer was groundbreaking, making him the second most expensive player ever and the most expensive teenager in history. 2017 was undeniably his year. Mbappé hit the ground running with PSG, and by December he was officially recognized as the best young player on the planet, winning the Golden Boy Award. His first season with PSG was stellar, with 21 goals and 16 assists across all competitions, including 7 goals and 5 assists in 8 Champions League matches. The stats were impressive, but Mbappe's on-field performances were even more stunning. He outpaced fullbacks with ease and demonstrated incredible versatility. By the time the World Cup rolled around, he was a regular starter for PSG. In the lead-up to the World Cup, Mbappé was unstoppable, contributing assists in every one of France's 7 international matches, including against Germany, Italy, and the USA. His form was undeniable, ensuring a spot on the plane to Russia. Once there, Mbappé was a revelation. He dazzled against Argentina and Messi, and made history by scoring in the final against Croatia, becoming the first player since Pelé in 1958 to do so. His 4 goals almost earned him the Young Player of the Tournament award. Highlighting his extraordinary impact, Mbappé clinched the Young Player of the Year award in the league that season, and by 2018-19 he had evolved into an even more formidable force. With Neymar often sidelined by injuries, Mbappé seized the opportunity to shine. He scored a career-high 33 goals in Ligue 1, won the Golden Boot, and was named Player of the Collective Front. Mbappé up in PSG were aiming for Champions League glory. In the 2019-20 season, they had their best chance yet. Mbappé was exceptional in the competition, contributing 5 goals and 6 assists as PSG reached the Champions League final. PSG reached the Champions League final for the first time in the club's history. but they fell short, losing 1-0 to Bayern Munich. This defeat marked a turning point for Mbappé, who continued to elevate his game but began to consider his future with the club by the end of the 2-0-2 to 0-2-1 season. Mbappé had scored over 100 goals for PSG, won the league 3 times, and secured multiple Golden Boot awards. With 1 year left on his contract, he felt he had accomplished everything he could personally and was ready for the next chapter in his career. Real Madrid, in need of a post-Ronaldo star and looking to bolster their squad after Eden Hazard's struggles, saw Mbappé as the perfect fit. They made 2 substantial bids, first $150 million and then $180 million, both of which PSG rejected. When Madrid sent a final offer of $200 million, it seemed a deal was imminent. Despite the risk of losing Mbappé for free, PSG turned it down. In January, Mbappé made a major announcement that would shape his future. Mbappé decided to stay at PSG, solidifying his status as one of the world's elite players. The club was determined to keep him, offering more than just a 3-year contract. Underneath the surface, Mbappé was granted an executive role, giving him influence over player acquisitions and releases. Alongside a weekly wage exceeding $1 million and into $250 million signing-on fee, Mbappé secured an unprecedented deal in the following season. He continued to shine. In a crucial match against Real Madrid, he delivered a game-winning performance with seconds to spare. In the second leg, Mbappé was just as impressive, scoring once and having 2 goals disallowed for offside, further showcasing his exceptional talent and impact on the pitch. In the end, Karim Benzema's hat-trick eliminated PSG from the Champions League, a bitter disappointment for Mbappé, especially after the club had added Lionel Messi to their ranks. Domestically, however, Mbappé continued his dominance, securing another league title, the Golden Boot, and the Player of the Season award. Turning his focus to the World Cup in Qatar, Mbappé's remarkable form continued. In what would turn out to be one of the most memorable finals in history, his 4 goals helped France advance to the championship match against Argentina. With fewer than 15 minutes left, France was behind 2-0 until Mbappé scored a penalty and then an incredible equalizer. After a 3-3 tie, he completed his hat-trick with another penalty in extra time, forcing a shootout. Tensions between Mbappé and PSG reached a breaking point in the upcoming season. Even though his 2022 contract contained a 2-year term with an optional extension, Mbappé made it plain that he had no plans to extend and that he wanted out. PSG suspended him from his first-team duties because they could lose him for free. But after a short while, he was reintegrated and had one of his best seasons. As the season came to an end, Mbappé publicly acknowledged that he should have left the team 2 years earlier, marking a dramatic chapter in his turbulent history with PSG. He scored 44 goals and provided 10 assists in 48 games, helping PSG to the Champions League semi-final. PSG. Mbappé was scheduled to depart PSG, a team where he had genuinely made his mark after 7 years. He set a record with 256 goals in 308 appearances, making him PSG's all-time top goal scorer, a noteworthy accomplishment considering his 6 years at his significance went beyond the pitch, as Ligue 1 found it difficult to find a broadcaster for the next season without him, highlighting his importance on the world-renowned Ligue Mbappé, both on and off the field. His broad appeal is demonstrated by his marketing agreements with companies like Hublot and Nike, as well as his work with UNICEF. He is a force on the pitch and, at the age of 25, is the captain of the French national team. His versatility keeps opponents on their toes, and his speed and ability to take advantage of opposing defenses make him a continual threat. Since Mbappé is a full-fledged attacker, PSG's urgent attempts to retain him were completely justified.